Welcome to the NorthOps Fire Weather Webcast for Saturday, July 20th, 2024. The most recent water vapor loop from GOES 16 shows a more mature short wave with subtropical moisture approaching the north coast, while a weaker short wave ushering monsoon moisture northward just off the central California coast. The action of these two features, with the high centered to the east, is expected to provide ingredients for thunderstorms the next few days. Visible satellite this morning reveals patchy, bubbly cumulus clouds over Lake Tahoe, with a moderate marine intrusion across the north coast. Elevated smoke transport can also be observed in the satellite loop. The main convective cloud cover providing periods of shading will occur across the north and east this afternoon. A lightning pattern is still projected for the next few days, with low pressure off the coast and the high pressure ridge centered to the east. The ridge is expected to migrate a little closer to northern California and exert its influence over the area in terms of building heat through at least midweek. The big question remains on how the ridge breaks down or weakens, which is likely sometime late week. Regardless of confidence and timing, expecting some notable fire weather concerns next week in terms of heat, lightning potential, and wind. Temperatures overall remain above normal during the next at least 6 days, with a more notable heat signal the earlier half of next week, setting the stage for the breakdown. The various model forecasts favor northeast California and eastern portions of the northern Sierra PSAs for the lightning potential today and tonight, although some lightning is possible in the northwest mountains and far east side PSAs. The footprints of wetting rain would be small, with the best chance across the Lake Tahoe area, where the storm movement would be slower and the atmosphere a bit more moist. Any storms that form in Siskiyou County would be faster moving and drier. The main focus for lightning on Sunday would be found across the eastern PSAs, with a mix of wet and dry activity, including smaller footprints of a quarter of an inch or more, although expecting plenty of lightning outside of the main rain cores. The cell movement should become more southwest to northeast. The lightning forecast for Monday has been somewhat changeable as the high pressure ridge draws a little closer to the area, although the main threat still lies across the east. A more enhanced wind flow is expected for today due to the combination of gustier onshore winds impacting the coastal range and especially the greater Bay Area, while stronger outflows occur across the east. Humidity will remain low to marginally low across the interior. These forecast images are valid at 1700 today. Areas of breezy to locally windy conditions will continue Sunday, with the stronger outflows very evident across the east. Humidity is likely to improve slightly, but values remain low to marginally low across the interior. These forecast images are valid at 1700 Sunday. A pretty similar wind pattern is expected on Monday compared to Sunday, with some areas of breeziness across the coastal range, Bay Area, and Siskiyou County, while downdrafts remain a concern across the east due to thunderstorms. These forecast images are valid at 1700 Monday. The areas of breeziness should continue early next week and include some breezy north-northeast winds across portions of the Northwest Mountains and Upper Sacramento Valley Monday night into Tuesday morning. A more organized wind threat still lies with the mid to late week period, depending on the ridge breakdown. Humidity should remain low to marginally low across the interior. These forecast images are valid for Wednesday. The 7 day significant fire potential product shows a mix of risk, but headlined by high risk due to lightning across northeast California, northern Sierra, and far east side PSAs during the weekend. Fuels will remain quite flammable away from the coastal influences during the next 7 days, with outflow and slope driven wildfire a strong possibility. We'll also be continuing to monitor the wind, lightning, and heat signals for next week. In summary, lightning pattern will take place the next few days with the strongest potential for significant fire, driven by the flammable fuels and outflow winds, will be found across the east. Lightning counts are not expected to be nearly as high compared to the previous multi day event. Above normal temperatures will continue with some heightened anomaly periods, especially during the earlier half of next week. All eyes will be on the ridge breakdown or weakening period, currently tabbed for the latter half of next week, which includes some notable fire weather such as lightning and more organized gustier wind flows.